What is up? What is going on, family? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a week or two, but we're getting caught up, and I wanted to sit down and just kind of walk you guys through this past week. It has been a doozy. I was going through just write down the notes. The wife was like, "Yeah," she's like, "You've been busy a lot this week," and I was like, "Yeah, it is. It has definitely been a busy week." And I jotted down, just kind of going through. I didn't get a chance to go into, of course, tomorrow, really write down the plans for next week and looking at everything, but really doing the recap and writing it down. Like, we really crushed it this week. So this video is all about a weekly download of what happened in real estate this week. We ended the week with our 3-hour workshop. It was really good. I think we had about 19 clients. Well, not the clients. We had 19 people that tapped in for the workshop, helping people go through and understand the best strategy for them. So we walked through a lot of different investment strategies that they can leverage to start scaling in real estate, and also how to raise capital. So it's really good. Shoot me a message if you want to get that recording. We can definitely share that with you. But the big one for me this week, working through the refinance. So we hit 90% occupancy last week for our 96 units in Montgomery, Alabama. So that's been the big one we've been driving through with the refinance, going through with getting multiple bank quotes. I ain't got any of the quotes back yet. We'll update you next week on that as they kind of come in. But really going through that process, we're getting all the documentation together, the T12, rent rolls, different reports that some of them ask for different things. One asked me for my own underwriting modeling for the multifamily. So I had to go through, and then they wanted to break it out individually because we have multiple separate apartment complexes. We're rolling up into one loan. And so they wanted to see different analysis and underwriting. So I'm like, cool, I'll show you my underwriting, my assumptions, and let you roll with it. So that was good on the refinance front. Back in Panama City, we're working through. We should be breaking ground finally this week. We're getting the permits pool for our townhouse remodel that we had to go through over the last 6 months. We're getting variance updates, approvals from the city, code enforcement, dealing with violations from that had lingered from the building being dilapidated and run down for multiple years. So just working through all this stuff, having the architect redo drawings, and we got there. The contractor's finishing up other renovation projects that he had going on in the area. So we'll be kicking off work prayerfully this upcoming week. So that's super cool on that. Insurance, man, insurance has been a beast. Let me tell you, that's been a journey. We can do a whole video on insurance. So we probably should do a video on insurance, but still working through getting multiple quotes. Right now it's a full court press. We get multifamily insurance, State Farm. I am not a fan of State Farm and how they do business with going through with underwriting being 4+ months and then going through and coming back and saying, yep, we need XYZ from you. All these inspection reports, modifications in order to give you a policy. By the way, it's been so long that we're going to rewrite the policy. And it was like, yeah. So going through that process has definitely been insightful. But, it comes with the territory. It comes with the landscape of being a real estate investor, especially when you're doing like active renovation projects, like with the townhouse, like we're working through having to get general liability for the LLC, but then also going through the process of getting the property coverage, where it's taking so much longer. It's like, okay, you got to renew your 6-month policy, and just going through that. And insurance is dynamic and it constantly changes. But that's part of the process. And going through and working with vendors for our 12 unit in Montgomery, working through where we had the vandalism, where we had the vandalism that happened to the HVAC units, and then also to the electrical. So we're building back. All the plumbing's been done. Working through the electricians, going through one of the units one of the buildings, and getting that finished up. So that should be done next week, early part. We'll get those 4 units leased up, and then we'll move to the next building and get those done. But that's been a process. We staggered how we move forward with our refinance, where we just did 84 units and then we held out 12 units till that's done, and going through that process. But it's all part of the journey. So real estate is continuing to evolve. The Federal Reserve rate, they didn't change the rate with this meeting, but guess what? Unemployment is ticking up. So we see that the recession talk, jobless loss. I saw a video where a couple lost their job from John Deere. They both worked for John Deere, lost their job. And it just goes to show that the economy is changing. Interest rates, they're going to start pulling rates down. slowly but surely. We'll see how aggressive they'll be. Stock market had like a bum day, over 900-point loss. At one point, I think it closed around 750 points loss for the day this week. So people are hurting. The consumers are hurting. There's still opportunities in real estate. You know, one of the things that we talked about today with people that showed up for the workshop was seller financing. And I talked about how we bought a 24-unit apartment building with 100% seller financing. And so those deals are out there. But you got to know to have the right strategy. You got to be talking to the right brokers, and you got to be talking to the right motivated sellers and what that looks like. So I'm definitely encouraged in real estate. Going forward, you know, we got a great vacation coming up. We got a 1-week cruise that's going to be super cool with the family. I got, I think, 2 days in at the pool this week with the kids, so I was proud about that. And 1 day at the park. So still trying to keep that balance. But I think going forward, real estate wise, that there's opportunities out here. I encourage you guys to get going. I still haven't really started my transition, my retirement paperwork with the military, and start going through like the supporting classes and all that stuff. But it's on the cusp. You know, after having a conversation with my 06 via messenger, not in person, I might add, about what my plans were, and sharing that definitely got to start putting things together on that over the next couple months, and really start taking that a little bit more serious after we get the refinance behind us, and moving on to kind of focus on the military transition out of the service, and really full time in the real estate, and helping other people put their strategies together and build wealth through real estate and do all of that. So but it's good times. It's been a great week overall. Just continuing to crush it. You know, this refinance has been going on we're coming up on 2 years of ownership after firing 2 property managers. We have a rock star property management company in Montgomery right now. Shout out to Partners Realty. They're a great partner, and we're getting there. So, but guess what? If you're not taking action, you're not moving out and getting in the real estate game, getting into the deals that you want to understand better, the deals that you want to invest in long term. And if you're not clear on those strategies that you need to be investing in, then reach out to us, set up a consultation call, you know, tap into all the, you know, the deep reserves of resources that we have. We have a lot of content out there that I've put together, my other coaches, on how you can build wealth. There is no excuse, because the information is out there. So I encourage you guys to tap in with all of that. Next week, we're going to jump on, kind of give you guys an update on everything that's going on. I don't think we're doing an REI Genius Live next week, but reach out. If there's something that you need in regards to information, a question, we'd love to share that with you guys, and really just kind of bring you along for the journey that continue to evolve and take it 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time. But real estate is still a good business to be in if you know how to work it. So we're going to continue to watch the trends with the economy and make sure we're out here making really good decisions, and make sure, hey, that we're still operating as the best CEO of our last name. So make sure, if you guys are looking to get tapped in, johnnylionel.com, and make sure that you stay up to speed on everything that's going on there on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure you tap in REI Genius. And if you need that 3-hour workshop on how to scale in real estate and raise private capital, then let me know so we can get that recording to you. And we'll see you on the next video, guys. Be blessed.